When you're living with PTSD and you're having anxiety, you always have to have things to grab onto when you feel that it's going to hit you. And when you're healing from PTSD and your anxiety, and if you have lived under stress for a very, very long time, as I have done, you need to be prepared on the feeling when it comes to you, especially when you're going to have a longer time between your anxiety. Today, I was reminded of my PTSD, my anxiety, and my plan for how to handle it when it comes was like blown out of my head. And I get panic. I really get panic. And this is so hard to live with. And you have to take a deep breath. You have to remind yourself of why you're doing what you're doing. And you also have to remind yourself of those things in life you know that trigger your anxiety and your PTSD. I know today exactly what it is that trigger it. And I'm keeping myself so far away from it I can. But some days it is harder because you need to answer your phone if it rings, especially when it is who it was that calling me. And I have set up for myself a plan for what do I answer and what do I not answer. This call normally wouldn't have triggered my anxiety, but the subject of the call did trigger it. And I could not take my emergency kit, which I used to call it, out because I didn't see it. I couldn't grab it. I couldn't. It went so farther into the anxiety so fast, so I couldn't grab it. So I was forced to find a place right there, right then, just to close my eyes and just to go inside myself and take out the absolutely greatest memory I have. And I was forced to rethink that memory over and over and over again a couple of times so I could grab myself and just start to relax. And after that, I could cope with and handle the thing I needed to do to answer what I need to answer, and I needed to handle a lot of things in a short period of time. And when everything was over, I was sitting and meditating, and I really understood one thing, and that is how darn important it is for myself to keep continuing doing what I'm doing right now, to be able to get my goal done and to have the thing I need to have for going for my 7 deep down. And I also realized how important it is that I always keep my 7 deep down. If you don't know what 7 deep down is, I suggest you find out Dean Graziosi and look at his videos. He's going to talk about it. I know that my main reason, my main why need to be done, and I really, really do need to do it, because otherwise I never going to. I can't say that I never that I can work my anxiety away 100%, because I can't, because PTSD is something you're gonna have for the rest of your life, and I know that. But what I can say is that I can get it in order so good so I can work with it and not have my anxiety turn up and trig as soon as those things that I can't handle is coming into me. And the only way I can do that is to go to my 7 deep down and do that. And know that I always gonna come to, I own my own living, I own my own wheelchairs, I own my own time, I own my own everything. And it's so darn important for me to do that, because I can't handle my life if I am not the owner of everything myself. If I'm not so far away from what trigger me the most. And if you know me, and if you have had with me to do for many, many years, you know exactly what it is that trigger me the most. And I need to get to come to that part of my life where I don't have to have with that anything more to do for the rest of my life. If I gonna be feeling so good I can. And keep it so far away from myself I can. It is 8 years until I know that I can get it away to 100%. But if I can take it away in every part of rest of my life that is left, and it's only 2 things. It is my wheelchairs, and it is the way I'm living. If I can take all of that away and I can own it myself, and I just have that little thing left, who I know I can take away for the next 8 years, it's going to be so much easier, and then I can work with an anxiety and have it in a line so I can live without feeling bad. For all of you out there who have anxiety, who have PTSD, please do me the favor and start to work with loving yourself, because it's the only way you're gonna handle yourself. It's so darn important that you have your heart space in line with you. It's so darn important that you do your life the way you can, want, and need to do your life. And you have to surround yourself with so much love to handle everything. And when you get the anxiety, make sure that you do have your emergency plan always in front of you so you can handle it when it comes. I know the feeling when the walls are shrimping into you. I know the feeling when life seems like it is nothing left. And then you need to have the love. And if you are like me, completely alone, have nobody, you need even more to be in line with your heart space to handle everything. And you need to find a way to always take one more step, no matter what. And you have to find in you the biggest why you have. And you have to search if you can't find it, because it's so, so important. And if you haven't heard this today, I do love you. I do love you so much. I do love the world. I don't love the authorities, but I do love the world. And you are a part of it. Therefore, I do love you so much. I hope you're the best, and you're probably gonna hear a podcast from me soon again. Today it was a podcast that had tears in it, and my healing journey goes on. And someday I am out again, and I am living in full strength of everything. It's a long way to that, but I am going to keep going and keep pushing, and I hope you do the same thing. Love you, love you, love you. Bye bye.